Good evening, you're now with me, Anigui, for TVS Nightline, and here are the headlines for tonight. Sweden aims to expand its collaboration with Sarawak in the green energy fields of biomass, hydrogen and hydroelectric power. Meanwhile, Chinese President Xi Jinping is set to visit Malaysia next week. And China vows it would take firm and forceful steps to protect its interests after steep U.S. tariffs of 104% come into effect. More than 600 members of University Technology Mara UiTM Sarawak gathered together for a lively celebration during the 2025 Grand Aidil Fitri gathering held at Jubilee Hall, Samarahan campus earlier tonight. The celebration was graced by Sarawak Governor Tun Pain Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar alongside his wife Top Wan Datuk Patinggi Fauzia Sanusi. Cheryl Toh has the details.
All right, thank you, studio. I'm now currently at the UiTM Sarawak branch at Kota Samarahan. And earlier tonight, more than 600 members of UiTM Sarawak gathered here for a very grand event of the Aidil Fitri celebration. And we can see that most of them here tonight are still very merry in the festive season. Now, for one of the programs and the symbolic that we had earlier today, the annual event was made meaningful with the presence of the head of state of Sarawak, Tun Pain Sri Dr. Haji Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar, alongside with wife, Top Wan Datuk Patinggi Fauzia Datuk Haji Sanusi, also with the rest of the other guests of honours. During the ceremony, the head of state of Sarawak, Dr. Wan Junaidi, also presented a symbolic contribution under the Early Study Assistance BAP initiative, 18 through 20 deserving UiTM Sarawak students, each receiving 1,000 ringgit. Now, this initiative is supported by Yayasan Perpaduan Sarawak, aiming to ease the financial burden of B40 students as they begin the new semester, and most of them here, as you can see, were very merry as well with the initiative. Now, alongside from that as well, for the event tonight, in a speech made by Professor Dr. Firdaus Abdullah, the Rector of UiTM Cawangan Sarawak, also highlighted a very meaningful initiative by UiTM, having one of its diplomas, which is the Tourism Management Diploma, and he also citing him early tonight, that this will also aim to attract and also to spearhead the initiative of Sarawak, or its target to attract 5 million tourists by the end of 2025. He also mentioned that UiTM Sarawak has been having various awards, I think 7 awards of its tonight, and the event right now is still ongoing with many students and those departments for the management of UiTM Sarawak gathering here tonight. And that's all the report I have here for tonight. And for more updates, tune in to TVS's social media website and official platforms at tvsarawak.my. Over to you, studio.
Right, Sweden aims to expand its collaboration with Sarawak in the field of green energy, particularly in the sectors of biomass, hydrogen and hydroelectric power. Swedish Ambassador to Malaysia Niklas Wiberg said discussions have taken place with the Sarawak government, building upon the presence of more than 100 Swedish companies currently operating in Malaysia, most of which focus on sustainability.
The reason being because we have about over 100 Swedish companies, all the big Swedish companies that you might have information about, but I will mention just a few. It's ABB, SKF, Volvo Trucks, Ericsson, Scania, Alfa Laval, Atlas Copco. All of them have one thing in common. They invest a lot in the green transition, and they're ready to cooperate and invest further in the relations with Sarawak. So that's what we discussed today, the importance of speeding up the work and to go ahead on joint projects together.
Wiberg was met by reporters after a courtesy visit to the Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Jori Tun Openg at Wisma Bapa Malaysia earlier today. While there has been no official announcement regarding the establishment of new Swedish companies in Sarawak for now, Weiberg emphasized that discussions are actively underway on future investment-based collaborative projects. He also highlighted that efforts to resume free trade agreement negotiations between Malaysia and the European Union are bearing fruit, particularly following Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's visit to Brussels in January. Touching on global trade issues, the ambassador expressed regret over the new tariffs imposed by the United States and reiterated Sweden and the EU's commitment to strengthening trade relations with other regions, including Southeast Asia.
We, from the European side, we will come up with a response to a European response to the US tariffs. But what is equally important that we will increase trade with other regions, and that includes Malaysia, including Sarawak, of course. So I want to say very strongly today also that the recent discussions that have been initiated between Malaysia and the European Union to come back to the free trade agreement that officially was agreed during Anwar's visit to Brussels in January is now a clear fact, and we are progressing very clearly between the European Union and Malaysia to have a free trade agreement in place. This is not least important when trade with other parts of the world have been facing obstacles lately.
As part of the preparations for the 2027 SEA Games, TVS is ramping up its sports broadcasting efforts with live coverage of events such as the Badminton Asia Championships and the Carabao Cup. Acting CEO of TVS, Mohammad Sardan Zainal, emphasized that this initiative supports the Sarawak Premier's vision to ensure TVS delivers top-tier coverage of Southeast Asia's largest sports event.
Ya, kita sekali lagi rasa berbangga kerana telah diberi peluang lagi untuk membuat liputan live secara langsung Badminton Asia Championship dari 9 hingga 13 April ini. Dan sebelum ini kita dah sedia maklum kita dah buat siaran langsung Carabao Cup dan juga badminton sebelum ini, dan kita bersedia awal untuk melangkah untuk ke Pusukan C nanti. Jadi persediaan awal lah, kita buat persediaan awal. Dan seperti yang dimaklumkan oleh Premier Sarawak, kita menokong hasrat beliau untuk menjadikan TVS ini sebagai satu saluran untuk menyiarkan saluran TV sukan.
He also hinted that TVS will be covering more live sports events in the future.
Seperti kita maklum, Sukan C kita memang kita dah di katakan TV Sukma, dan kita sebab itulah kita mengambil inisiatif ini supaya sukan lebih menarik lagi ramai tontonan di rakyat Malaysia lah, because kerana TVS ni tontonan nasional, bukannya Sarawak saja. So tontonan kita akan bertambah sebenarnya. Peminat sukan di luar sana sudah pasti tertanya apakah langkah TVS. Inilah langkah kita untuk memajukan, untuk menambahkan lagi tontonan kita bagi rakyat Malaysia dalam dunia sukan ini. Mungkin banyak lagi sukan lagi lepas ni. Kita ada Borneo Cup yang akan berlangsung pada penghujung tahun nanti. Dan yang kita nantikan sangat ialah 2027 nanti, SEA Games. SEA Games, mana kita mungkin ada 13 jenis sukan yang akan dilangsungkan di Sarawak.
He urged sports fans to tune in to the live broadcast of the Badminton Asia Championships on TVS from April 9th to 13th, available on Channel 122 and across all TVS social media platforms.
Hello there and welcome back. Chinese President Xi Jinping is set to visit Malaysia from April 15th to 17th. Communications Minister Dr. Fahmi Fadzil confirmed that the visit, discussed during today's cabinet meeting, is aimed at enhancing trade relations between the two nations.
Lawatan ini bukan hanya dinantikan, tapi adalah sebahagian daripada usaha kerajaan sebagai ataupun Malaysia sebagai sebuah negara perdagangan yang mana kita ingin melihat hubungan perdagangan yang lebih baik dengan pelbagai negara termasuk negara China.
Fahmi, who is also the spokesperson for the unity government, added that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will release details about the schedule and agenda for Xi's visit. Xi's visit to Malaysia follows Prime Minister Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim's trip to China last November. The president's last visit to Malaysia was in October 2013 for a 3-day state visit.
Following the sweeping 10% tariffs imposed over the weekend, rates on imports to the United States from exporters, including the European Union and Japan, rose further on Wednesday. China, being Washington's top economic rival but also a major trading partner, is the hardest hit, with tariffs imposed on its products now reaching a staggering 104%.
China today vowed it would take firm and forceful steps to protect its interests after steep U.S. tariffs of 104% came into effect. Beijing's foreign ministry spokesman Lin Jiang insisted that the Chinese people's legitimate right to development is inalienable.
中国人民的正当发展权利不容剥夺，中国的主权、安全、发展利益不容侵犯。我们将继续采取坚决有力的措施，维护自身的正当权益。
Meanwhile, Trump has said his government was working on tailored deals with trading partners, with the White House saying it would prioritize allies like Japan and South Korea. But Beijing has shown no signs of standing down, vowing to fight a trade war to the end and promising countermeasures to defend its interests. China's retaliatory tariffs of 34% on U.S. goods are due to enter in force at 12:01 a.m. local time on Thursday.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy Gui. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.